Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Shofy Zahwa Syakira and my partner.
My name is Lathifah Nasywa Kamila. Today we want to make a video about TOEFL listening skills
that submitted to fulfill advanced listening course.
Okay, so let's start to the first skills, that is focus on the last line. In this skill, you have to only focus on the last line to find the answer. So let's start to the first exercise.
TOEFL Exercise 1. Number 1.
How soon will you be leaving?
I'm on my way now.
So for the number 1, the answer is A. He is leaving now, because in the second line he said he want to go. So move to the next question.
Number 2. Was Steve able to get into the house?
I left the door unlocked for him.
What does the woman assume Steve did?
For number 2, the answer is C. He was able to open the door, because on the second line the girl said he want to lock the door and make the man can open. Move to the next question. So move to the next question. Okay, for the number 3, the answer is D. She had prepared a different dinner, because in the second line the girl said it not it not sounds good for her. So let's move to the next skill.
Okay, for skill 2, we have to choose answer with synonyms. For on the answer, let's start to exercise 1.
Number 1.
What did you think of the final exam in algebra?
It was too easy.
Okay, the man say it was too easy, and the answer is D. It is a meaning for the exam was not very difficult for him.
Number 2.
How are you feeling today?
I'm really feeling rather sick. How is the man feeling?
Okay, and the man say he is sick, I think, and the answer is A. It's a meaning for he's not feeling very well.
Number 3. Has your family been in business for quite some time?
No, the family business was just established last year.
What does the woman say about the family business?
Okay, and women say it's just about the her family was found about a year ago, and the answer is A.
So let's move to the third skill, that is avoid similar sound. So in this skill you have to avoid some similar sound in the answer. So let's start to the exercise.
Number 1. How long until you'll be ready to leave?
First, I need to water the grass.
Okay, for the exercise 1, the answer is C. The lawn is too dry, because the woman say we have to give some water. And next,
Number 2. Do you think I should buy this sweater?
But it doesn't really seem to fit right.
What does the woman mean?
okay, for the number 2, the answer is A. This sweater's the wrong size, because the woman in the second line say it's not fit to you. And let's move to the exercise number 3.
Number 3.
Is Walter's job near here?
Walter's been commuting to Boston on a regular basis. What does the man say about Walter?
The answer is D. He has been traveling back and forth to Boston because uh, on the second line, it that has a mention about Walter doesn't hear. So
Next, for the Q4, we have to draw conclusion about who, what, and where. Okay.
Number 1.
I didn't bring my laboratory manual today.
You can share mine. Today we're conducting the experiment on photosynthesis, and we can work together.
Where does this conversation probably take place?
Okay, so the answer is B, in a biology laboratory, because the two people in the conversation mentioned about like uh, lab and uh, scientists, like the things in the laboratory. Next.
Number 2. This is Flight 707 requesting permission to land.
Flight 707, you are cleared for landing.
Who is the man?
Okay, number two, the answer is A. He is a pilot, because the two person, like they talk like in the plane. So we have the conclusion is the man is a pilot.
Number 3.
You want to do the dishes now or later?
I'd rather put them off as long as possible.
What will the man probably do?
Okay. The woman say, like, when the man want to wash the dishes, but like the we 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 like what the answer is D. The man say she want to wash. He want to wash later, not now. And the answer is D. What, wait until later to clean up.
so the next skills is listen for who and what in passive. To easier understand us, we move to the exercise. So the first
Number
exercise
1.
is
Would you like to go to the new restaurant on the corner?
Is that the one that serves vegetarian food?
What does the woman want to know?
okay. The answer is D because the woman is a vegetarian. So she asks about vegetarian food can be obtained or not, and the answer is D. So let's move to the next question.
Number 2.
Has Harry heard from the law school yet?
Yes, he was admitted by the law school for the fall semester.
What happened to Harry?
Okay, the answer is B because uh, in the second line, the woman mentioned that he was admitted at the law school. So the answer is B.
Number 3. Mark said that you were a lot of help.
Well, I took care of his plants while he was out of town.
What does the woman mean?
Okay, for the exercise 3, the answer is A. Mark's plans were cared for in his absence. It means the Mark always care his plans and never absent to care the plans.
Okay, we move to next skill. And the skill 6, we have to listen for who and what with multiple nouns.
Number 1.
Okay, number
The
1.
passenger arrived in a taxi.
Yes, and then she had the taxi driver wait at the corner.
What does the woman mean?
Okay, the woman said the cab driver waited for her, so the answer is C. The cab driver waited for the passenger. And number 2,
Number 2.
Did you go to the concert last night?
Yes, it was great, and I got to hear Jane play the harp.
What does the woman mean?
okay, the woman say like Jane gave a harp recital last night. So the answer is B. And number 3,
Did the children like the new babysitter?
Not really, because she made them go to bed early. What does the man mean?
okay, the man say the children go to bed early. So the answer is B. The children were forced to go to bed early.
Ini gak sih biarin aja nggak usah di pause ntar. Saya kayak ada jeda gitu. Jadi biarin
Nah.
aja ke play.
Bisa keburu deh.
Buru. So the next skills is skill number 7. Listen for negative expression. To easier understand, let's start to the exercise.
TOEFL exercise 7. In this to the question, you should be particularly careful of negative expressions. Number 1. Are you going to take out the trash?
I have no time to do it.
What does the woman mean?
So the answer is A, because the woman said she had no time for joining the man. So the answer C is very busy.
Number 2.
Are you worried about the interview?
It's unimportant to me.
What does the man mean?
So for the exercise number 2, the answer is D. He is not concerned about the interview because the man was not care about the interview.
Number 3.
Do you have all the notes for Psychology 101?
I didn't miss a single lecture.
What does the man mean?
For the exercise 3, the answer is B because his attendance was perfect, or it means he never missed his class.
Ini tuh yang banyak yang suka.
Belum, masih 8. Belum, kan itu kan 18.
Oh,
Yang banyak.
okay. And we move to skill 8.
TOEFL exercise 8. TOEFL exercise.
For the skill 8, we have to listen for double negative expression. So let's start the exercise.
Number 1. Do you think Ron Rogers will be elected?
Well, it's not completely impossible.
What does the woman imply about Ron?
Okay, so the woman say it's not completely. It means the answer is D. It may happen. And number 2.
Number 2.
How was your tennis match today?
I didn't serve well, and I didn't volley well either.
What does the man say about his tennis game?
So the men say like the games that he did he play? It's bad both of the game, and the answer is A. Both parts of his game were bad. Okay, let's
Number
number 3.
3. Was Gary prepared for the debate?
It's no surprise that he was unprepared.
What does the woman say about Gary?
So the woman say, Gary is not prepared like as usual. So the answer is B. He was not ready as usual.
So let's move to the scale 9. Listen for almost negative expression. So for the exercise is
TOEFL exercise 9. In this exercise, particularly careful of almost negative expressions. Number 1.
Do you expect a lot of rain this month?
It hardly ever rains in July.
What does the man mean?
so the answer is A because the man said it's some almost never rain, so there's little rain in July. The answer is A. So let's move to the next question.
Number 2.
Were all three students accepted to the university?
Only John was accepted.
What does the woman mean?
So the woman mean only John was accepted. So the answer is D. Two were not admitted.
Number 3.
Did Mark do well in Professor Frank's class?
Mark barely passed the history exam that Professor Franks gave.
What does the woman mean?
So the answer is A. Although he did pass, Mark's exam grade wasn't too good because why we choose this answer because in the second line or the woman said like the same meaning like this answer.
Okay, we move to the next exercise. Skill 10. We have to listen for negative with comparative. So,
TOEFL exercise 10. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short. Be particularly careful of comparatives with negatives. Number 1. Are you pleased with the exam results?
I couldn't be happier.
What does the woman mean?
the woman say she could be happier, and it means she delight with the result. So the answer is B.
Number 2.
Is Paula lazy as usual this semester?
She's never tried harder.
What does the man mean?
Uh, the man say Paula it's never try harder, so it means Paula made a strong effort, and the answer is C. Number 3.
Number 3. Was it a good sale? Did you buy a lot?
Prices couldn't have been any lower.
What does the woman say about the sale?
The woman say the price is could be lower. So uh, she she think the prices were great, and the answer is A.
So let's move to the
TOEFL exercise 11. Terms of agreement.
scale 11, that is listen for expression for of agreement. So let's start to the exercise.
Number 1.
I'd like to take a trip down the coast this weekend.
Me too.
What does the woman mean?
So the answer is D because the woman says me too. It means she would also like to take a trip. So for the next
Number
question,
2.
I would like to see Matt elected to the town council next month.
So would I. What does the man mean?
the answer is B because in on the second line, the man also agree with the woman what says. So the answer is he agrees that Matt should be elected.
Number 3.
I'm not sure if I should take beginning or intermediate French next semester.
Neither am I.
What does the woman mean?
So the answer is A. She is not sure which course she should take. Why we choose this answer? Because the woman says neither that I. It means she is not sure.
Okay, and move to the next skills. In the skill 12, we have to listen uh, the recording for expression of uncertainty and suggestion. Let's start the exercise.
TOEFL exercise 12. Particularly careful of expressions of uncertainty and suggestion. Number 1.
Are we supposed to read all 10 chapters before the exam?
As far as I can tell, we are.
What does the man mean?
The men say, as far as I can tell, we are, and it means uh, he thinks he know what the assignment is. So the answer is B.
Number 2.
You're out of apple pie.
Sorry, why not try the cherry pie?
What does the woman suggest?
Uh, the woman say he he want to try the pie, so the man should try something else. And the answer is B.
Number 3.
Do you know when the movie starts?
It starts at 8 o'clock, doesn't it?
What does the man mean?
Okay, the man say the movie when start, but he say it doesn't it, so he's not quite sure when the movie begins, and the answer is B.
So let's move to the skill 13. That is listen for emphatic expression of surprise. So let's start to the exercise.
TOEFL exercise 13. In this emphatic surprise. Number 1. Greg should be here any moment.
And he is coming to the party.
What had the woman assumed?
The woman assumed he was unable to attend the party because it mentioned when he was on the party. It means Greg was not unable to attend the party. So the answer is C.
Number 2.
My motorcycle is over there. That's how I got to school today.
So you can ride a motorcycle.
What had the man assumed?
The man assumed the woman did not know how to ride a motorcycle because the woman says the motorcycle's only on her house. So the answer
Number
is D.
3. I'm having a few friends over for dinner tonight. Would you like to come?
So you do know how to cook.
What had the woman assumed?
The woman assumed the man was not a very good cook because she likes not sure for the man cooking. So the answer is A.
Okay, so next the skill 14, listen for wishes. Let's start the exercise.
Number 1. Do you think we'll be able to get tickets for the concert?
I wish there weren't so many people in line in front of us.
What does the woman mean?
Don't say like the 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 people is too is it means the line in front of them is too long. So the answer is C.
Number 2.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the parking ticket.
I wish you had told me about it. What does the man mean?
So the men say, "I wish you tell about that." It means the woman did not tell him about the ticket. So the answer is D.
Number 3. Did you see the work schedule for next week?
I wish I didn't have to work so many hours then.
What does the woman imply?
The woman in play, uh, she is working too many hours next week because she said she worked she was the she was working like many hours for the next weeks. So the answer is C.
Okay, let's move to the skill 15. That is listen for untrue condition. So let's start to the exercise. For number 1,
Number 1.
I'm glad I called and told you about the meeting.
If you hadn't called me, I would not have known. What does the man mean?
the man meant the woman called to let him know about the meeting. It's the same meaning that the man has says in the conversation, so the answer is B.
Number 2.
I always seem to get stopped by the police.
If you drove more slowly, the police would not stop you so often.
What does the woman mean?
The woman means if the man drives more slowly, so the police not stop him. So the answer is A. The man often drives too quickly.
Number 3. Do you know that some offices are closed next Friday?
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have to work on Friday?
What does the woman mean?
The woman means it's too bad they must work on Friday because other office or other store is doesn't work on Friday. So the answer is D.
Okay, we move to next skill is skill 16. So we have to listen for two and three part verbs. Let's start to the exercise.
Number 1. The new neighbors have just moved in.
Maybe we should call on them.
According to the woman, what should they do?
So the woman say maybe we should call them. So the answer is D. It means visit their neighbors.
Number 2.
You know, I'm really enjoying this class now.
I am too. At first it was kind of boring, but now it's turning into something fascinating.
What does the man mean?
The men say the beginning is like too bored, but for the next is becoming more interesting. So the answer is A. The course is becoming more interesting them.
Number 3. I heard you had a bad headache this morning.
Yes, but I think I'm getting over it now.
What does the woman mean?
The woman means she seems to be feeling better now because, like she not feeling well for now. So the answer is C.
So let's move to the skill 17, that is listen for idioms. So let's start to the exercise.
Number 1.
I was 15 minutes late for class today.
Better late than never.
What does the woman mean?
The woman means better late than never. So the answer is D. It's good that the man went to class on time or not. So for the next question, number 2.
Number 2.
Do you want to work on the biology experiment together?
2 heads are better than 1.
What does the man mean?
The man means two better than one. So the answer is C. It's a good idea to work together.
Number 3. I really don't want to work on the report now.
There's no time like the present.
What does the woman mean?
The woman mean it's good. It's not good to get or never. So the answer is C. It's best to get it over with now.
Oke, skill selanjutnya adalah skill 18 yaitu anticipate topics. Untuk skill ini digunakan sebelum kita mendengarkan audionya. So, kita bisa lihat di jawaban-jawaban ini, like yang nomor 1, the answer is find work on campus, in a campus office, and not more than 20. And kita bisa menyimpulkan bahwa the topic of the conversation is looking for a job on campus. And untuk skill 19 yaitu anticipate the question. So for the skill before is anticipate the topic, and the skill is anticipate the question. And the first is find work on campus, work in employment office, help student find job, and ask the woman question. It means the question is what does the man want to do, and number 2, the answer is in the library, in the classroom, in a campus office, and in an apartment. For the question, where does conversation probably take place? And uh, for for number 3, is this answer. There are no more than 10, at least 20, not more than 20, and up to 10. It means for uh, question the man uh, how many men need the job. Okay, and for skill 20, we have to listen the audio first.
Conversation about a part-time job.
I'm looking for a part-time job on campus.
Then you've come to the right place. The campus employment office is here just to help students like you find jobs on campus.
I'm glad to hear that, because I really need to start earning some money.
Let me ask you some questions to help determine what kind of job would be best. First of all, how many hours a week do you want to work?
I need to work at least 10 hours a week, and I don't think I can handle more than 20 hours with all the courses I'm taking.
And when are you free to work?
All of my classes are in the morning. so I can work every weekday from noon on. And of course, I wouldn't mind working on the weekends.
I'll try to match you up with one of our on-campus student jobs. Please fill out this form with some additional information about your skills and leave the form with me today. Then you can call me back tomorrow and maybe I'll have some news for you.
Thanks for your help.
Oke, setelah kita mendengarkan audionya, eh, di skill 20 ini kita harus determine the topic. So I think the topic is looking for a part-time job on campus. And the next skill is draw conclusion about who, what, when, and where.
Exercise 21. Listen to the first answer the questions in the text. Conversation 1. Listen to the beginning of Conversation 1 and try to imagine the situation.
I'm looking for a part-time job on campus.
Then you've come to the right place. The campus employment office is here just to help students like you find jobs on campus.
I'm glad to hear that, because I really need to start earning some money.
Number 1. Who is probably talking?
Okay. For the number 1, in this conversation, who is probably talking is the answer is a student and employment office worker. And for number 2, where does the conversation take place? The answer is in the campus employment office. Next, for the skill 22,
Conversation 1. Questions 1 through 5. Listen to the following conversation about a part-time job.
I'm looking for a part-time job on campus.
Then you've come to the right place. The
For the skill 20 and 2, we have to listen for answer in order. Audio ini sama dengan audio di skill 18, 19, dan 20 yang sudah kita bahas. Dan ini adalah dan di sini kita harus menjawab question in this exercise.
Listen to the following conversation about a part-time job.
I'm looking for a part-time job on campus.
Then you've come to the right place. The campus employment office is here just to help students like you find jobs on campus.
I'm glad to hear that, because I really need to start earning some money.
Let me ask you some questions to help determine what kind of job would be best. First of all, how many hours a week do you want to work?
I need to work at least 10 hours a week, and I don't think I can handle more than 20 hours with all the courses I'm taking.
And when are you free to work?
All of my classes are in the morning, so I can work every weekday from noon on.
Okay. Di audio ini, the first question is like, what the men want to find work on campus, and the conversation take a place in a campus office, and the men need the job no more than 20.
Okay, for the next skills is skill 23. Jadi skill ini tuh kita lakuin ketika sebelum mendengarkan audio. Nah, dari skill 23 ini untuk ketika kita menemukan soal-soal yang long talks. Nah, buat skill 23 ini yaitu anticipate the topic. Kita bisa lihat dari jawaban-jawaban yang ada di sini. Kayak during a biology laboratory session in a biology study group on the first day of class just before the final exam, dan semuanya kita bisa lihat dari nomor 1 sampai nomor 5. Nah, kira-kira topik yang sesuai dengan jawaban-jawaban yang ada di nomor 1 sampai 5 itu yaitu requirements of a biology class. Jadi buat jawaban dari exercise 23 ini atau skill 23 ini yaitu the requirement of biology class. Selanjutnya buat skill 24, kalau tadi itu di skill 23 kita anticipate the topic, buat di skill 24 ini kita anticipate the questionnya. Jadi kita lihat kira-kira apa aja sih pertanyaan-pertanyaan buat jawaban-jawaban yang ada di soal. Nah, buat nomor 1, misalnya kita lihat dari jawaban-jawaban yang ada. Nah, kira-kira pertanyaan yang memungkinkan itu yaitu when does the talk probably take place. Nah, terus buat nomor 2, setelah dilihat jawabannya, kira-kira pertanyaan yang biasanya sesuai itu yaitu ya how often bla bla bla. Terus buat yang pertanyaan nomor 3, setelah dilihat juga dari jawaban-jawabannya, jadi kira-kira pertanyaan yang sesuai itu what are the students told. Oke, buat skill 24 itu kayak gitu. Selanjutnya buat skill 25 yaitu ketika kita mendengarkan audionya, kita harus determine the topic. So, kita play dulu audionya.
Listening Part C. Exercise 25. Listen to the first part of each of the talks and decide on the topic of each talk. Number 1. The first part of Talk 1 is
Welcome to Biology 101. I'm Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith.
What is the topic of Talk 1?
So from the audio we can see the topic of the talk 1 is the first day of class in biology 101. So let's move to the next skill, is skill 26, that is draw conclusion about who, what, when, and where. So let's start to the exercise.
Exercise 26. Listen to the first part of each of the talks and try to imagine the situation. Then answer the questions in the text. Talk 1. Listen to the beginning of Talk 1 and try to imagine the situation.
Welcome to Biology 101. I'm Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith. This course meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignments.
Number 1. Who is probably talking?
Nah, buat pertanyaan nomor 1 ini tuh setelah kita mendengarkan audio talk 1 tadi, jadi yang berbicaranya itu Profesor Martin, karena yang mengenalkan tentang kelasnya itu Profesor Martin. Terus selanjutnya buat nomor 2 nya mungkin bisa langsung dijawab aja ya. Buat nomor 2 nya, where does the talk probably take place. Nah, kira-kira si place ini tuh setelah kita mendengarkan audionya ada di mana. Nah, jawabannya itu ada di in biology class. Terus buat nomor 3, when does the talk probably take place. Nah, mungkin nanti kan kita dengerin audionya juga. Nah, buat jawabannya itu on the first day of class. Terus buat pertanyaan nomor 4, what course is being discussed. Dari awal conversation juga udah ke-mention kalau course yang lagi didiskusiinnya itu Biology 101. Jadi buat exercise 26 jawaban-jawabannya kayak gitu. Terus buat buat skill 27, di sini kita listen for answer in order. Jadi kita di sini tuh menjawab soal-soal dari audio gitu. Kita play dulu audionya.
Talk 1. Questions 1 through 5. Listen to a talk given by a professor.
Welcome to Biology 101. I'm Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith. This course meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignments. The text for this course is Introduction to Biological Sciences by Abramson. You should get the text and read the first chapter before the next class. You will also need to get the laboratory manual that accompanies the text. I've passed out a copy of the course syllabus. This syllabus lists the reading assignments and exam dates. Note that we will cover one chapter a week for each of the next 15 weeks in the semester, and there will be 3 exams throughout the course. Grades in this course are based on your exam grades and your grades on the laboratory assignments. Are there any questions?
Number 1. When does this talk probably take place?
So, buat dari exercise nomor 1 ini, kan ditanyainnya kapan kira-kira conversationnya itu diambil. Nah, jawabannya itu on the first day of class, yang C, karena di conversationnya juga atau di long talksnya itu udah dijelasin gitu kalau ini tuh kayak lagi first day of classnya.
Number 2. How often will Professor Martin give lectures?
Nah, buat jawabannya itu kalau yang ini tuh yang B, 2 times a week, karena emang Profesor Martin itu bakal ngasih kelasnya itu 2 kali dalam seminggu gitu. Terus buat nomor 3,
what is the assignment for the next class?
nah apa tugas buat si muridnya itu di minggu selanjutnya. Tadi udah di-mention di long talksnya itu disuruh buat ngebaca chapter 1 gitu. Jadi jawabannya itu yang di to read one chapter of the text.
Thank you for watching our video.
We want to say sorry if you find there some mistake in our video, and
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.